Hi, this is Andrew Lightheart from cobaltcommunication.com, and this week we're looking at Nigel Marsh's TED Talk on making work-life balance work. This is a short presentation, so I'll keep my analysis quite short because it's quite a simple session. A lot of people have been talking about it though, so I think there are a few things in it that are really worth looking at. Now, Nigel's structure of this 10-minute session is actually very simple. Now, he names his topic, he says why it's important, he establishes credibility a bit, gives 4 observations, gives a strong conclusion. So that's a nice, quite a standard structure for using for a session where you're giving your perspective on a topic, and perhaps when people aren't quite sure of why you should be talking about that topic, so you want to establish your credibility. The thing that I think Nigel does the best is creating a connection with the people he's talking to, is to create a relationship with them, what some people would call rapport with his group, very quickly, and maintains that rapport throughout the session. One of the ways that he does this, I notice, is that he gives people something to recognise. Like all the way along, he's giving people things to connect with that are his experience, but it's also our experience as well, and so we feel a bond with him. He talks about how companies are the abattoirs of the soul, talks about his description of the perfect day, talks about the story with his son, the friend who decides to get a gym membership, about not waiting till retirement. And the way he describes these, he does it in a way where we can identify with it, and so we go, oh, that's, in some way, that's me up there. And I think that's a key realisation to have, is the more you can speak in terms of the interests of the people that are listening, you can talk in terms of things that they can connect with, things they can relate with, things they can recognise, the more people are going to be able to connect with you as a speaker. I also like a few other things about his style, so just as you're watching the session, notice his pace is lovely, very deliberate. You don't have to be quite as deliberate and loud as he is, but his pace means that you can hear every word as he's saying it. Also, when he's poking fun, when he's making jokes, he includes himself in the humour. So he doesn't separate himself and laugh at others, he puts himself inside so we can all laugh together, and that's another thing where he's creating a bond for us as listeners. So have a look at this. I think this would be really good for your going in, you're giving some observations about something, and it's a time when you really need to build a relationship with some people very quickly, especially if they're people who haven't maybe met you before or don't quite know why it's you talking about this topic. I think there are some things that you can learn from Nigel's session.